Is Vancouver, Washington a pet-friendly place to live? That's what we're talking about today. Welcome back to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. I'm your host, Hannah Dubyne, and I'm so glad you're here today because we're talking about what it's like living with pets here in Clark County, Vancouver, Washington area. Different areas around the country have different levels of pet friendliness, and this is a question I've been getting quite a bit. I find that most people either have some cats or some dogs, so I'm gonna go over it today. You guys know I love listicles, so I have 4 categories for you today that we're gonna be going over, and let's get into it. Okay, so the first category I have to start with is dog parks because, well, duh, dog parks. Everyone loves dog parks. I get this question, Hannah, are there dog parks around town that we can take the dogs to? And the answer is absolutely. So some of my favorites would be, at the top of my list, I have Dakota Dog Park. It's a nice big dog park in East Vancouver that a lot of people like to go to. I would totally recommend that. 𝐿𝐸 Dog Park is on the other side of Vancouver. We have Clark County Dog Park, which is up in the Orchards area. And then we have the Kane Memorial Dog Park as well. All great options. Most of them I find are in the Vancouver area. So if you want to be really close to a dog park, I would say live in Vancouver, don't live in Battleground or way out in Washougal. However, if you did live in one of those areas, you'd probably be close to large parks as well. The next category that I want to talk about is dog friendliness in businesses. Honestly, this is not really a place where anyone can just bring their dog in anywhere. Most businesses have a policy that only service animals are allowed. So don't be that person that just tries to bring your dog into the boutiques and to the stores and stuff. I see people try and sneak them in their bags or whatever when they have the little tiny purse puppies. Yeah, leave your dogs at home for the most part, unless it's like an indoor-outdoor type of deal. If it's an indoor-outdoor type of thing, like a brewery or a coffee shop, I know there are some that will allow that, but for the most part, the answer is no. Next category I want to talk about was just hikes and trails in general. So these are not dog park specific places, but still places that you could bring your dog on leash and have it be a great place to get the energy out. So I would say Salmon Creek Greenway is a great spot to go up in Salmon Creek. Super pretty. The Renaissance Waterfront Trail is the trail that runs all along the water. They keep expanding it as they expand the waterfront down there. That's more of an urban trail, I should say. It's not even a hike. It's all just concrete path, and it goes along the Columbia waterfront. So it's really beautiful and lots to see down there, lots for your dog to sniff. Whipple Creek is a large park trail system up in Ridgefield, which is gonna be super fun for your dog. 𝐿𝐸 Park is also huge. I talk about this a lot on the channel. Sure, you can walk on the Heritage Trail by 𝐿𝐸 Lake. You can walk around Round Lake with your dog, but you can also go back in 𝐿𝐸 Park and you could be back there all day. There's so many trails. If you want to take your dog to more of a beach setting, Frenchman's Bar is a great option for this. You're not supposed to have your dog not on leash there, but if you go down far enough, you might be able to get away with it. Next category I want to talk about is veterinarians. I've had people say, I have cats and dogs, and I want to make sure that I'm close enough to a vet because they have special needs or something. I only have experience, my family only has experience with one vet. That's Hearthwood Veterinarian, which is in East Vancouver. Been going there for a long time. They really like it. But a quick Google search just shows that there are probably 30 plus veterinary places in the main metro area. So you have options. There are options for emergency pet hospitals. And make sure, if this is important to you, to do your research before you move. The last, but certainly not least category is dog and cat friendliness in housing. So this question I get a lot, especially for people that are looking to rent first. So here's the deal. If you are looking to rent an apartment, you're probably gonna have a tough time with dogs and cats. A lot to most of the apartments here are gonna say, no cats, no dogs, no pet policy, because it's just easier for them. If they do allow cats and dogs, a lot of times they're gonna charge you a pet rent every month, anywhere from $25 to $100 a month. They're probably gonna charge you a pet deposit, and there's likely gonna be breed restrictions, weight limits, and quantity restrictions. So you can't move in with 100 cats. You have a limit of like 2 or 3. I find that this is pretty much the same for rental homes as well, especially if the home is being managed by a rental company here. A lot of the rental companies just say, you know, we don't accept pets, we don't want to deal with it. So your best bet to find a landlord who is going to allow pets is going to be to go directly for rent by owner, to try and find someone directly who is willing to hear out your situation and let you rent with pets. If you buy your own house, right, if you're a home buyer, there's never going to be a restriction on pets if it's a single family home. I've never come across that so far, and I hope I don't. If it's your own house, your own land, you should be able to do what you want in the house. So if you want to have 100 cats, if you want to have 100 dogs, that's great. However, if you do look at buying a condo or a townhouse, you know, where you have attached walls, there's probably going to be some sort of pet policy. Usually what I see, it's more stringent in condos, which that's true of all rules. Condos have more stringent rules than townhouses, would be, you know, pet restriction, number of pets. You can't have more than 3 or 4 pets. Weight restriction, especially if you're on the 2nd or 3rd floor. A lot of times I see condos that say if you're on the 2nd or 3rd floor, you can't have above this weight limit, and potentially a breed restriction as well. Overall, I would say it's a really pet-friendly place here in Washington. Maybe not the most in the entire country, but it's still really good. A lot of people here have dogs. You'll always see them out walking. If people have cats, usually they keep the cats inside. They're not walking their cats. But yeah, bring your pets and just do your research for your own pets before you make the move. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you if you're a pet owner, you're thinking about getting pets. If you have any more questions about living in the area, or you're thinking about moving to or within Clark County, we'd love to be of service to you here at Dubyne Realty Group. Reach out to us, please DM us, email us, text us, and yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.